Ohayo gozaimasu! Watashi wa Kena desu.
Watashi wa Sandora desu, and this is Japanese Culture Show.
Nippon Bunka Show.
Japanese culture is extremely unique, and we're here to find out and get to know the land of the rising sun.
But before that, let's get to know Tokyo's annual Japanese cultural show, as Tokyo is considered as the Asian capital style, known for its vibrant youth fashion culture and trending street style that influences the global fashion world. For short, Tokyo is a wonderful place like no other. So now, together with Sandara One-chan, we will introduce to you the 10 fun facts that you need to know about Japan. So what do you have here, One-chan?
Did you know that a beautiful, dense forest in the shadow of Mount Fuji has a tragic reputation? Okigihara Forest is one of the most popular suicide destinations in the world. Statistics on Okigihara suicide rates vary. Some corpses can go undiscovered because the forest is so dense. However, some claims that as many as 100 people a year have successfully killed themselves. And death by hanging among the trees is the most popular suicide method. The second one is poisoning, usually by drug overdose. So, how does the government control the suicide rates in Okigihara Forest? Because of suicide rates, the government of Japan enacted a plan of action. Part of these measures include surveillance and positive posts. They include posting of security cameras at the entrance of the forest and increased patrols. They also posted signs on various paths throughout the forest. The posts tell messages like, "Your life is a precious gift from your parents."
While as for my fun fact, did you know that there are two major religions in Japan, which is the Shintoism and the Buddhism? The Shintoism is as old as the Japanese culture, while Buddhism was imported from mainland China in 6th century. But however, Japanese people do not treat religion as important in their daily lives today. Next, One-chan.
Usually, getting a baby to stop crying is a difficult part of being a parent. But did you know that Japan has a festival wherein their goal is to get the baby start and keep crying? It is called Nakisumo Baby Crying Festival. It takes place at Sensoji Temple in Tokyo every year in April, pairing up little babies with sumo wrestlers who will try to get the babies cry. Are you wondering why there is such festival? Its origin can be tracked back 100 years to a simple saying that states, "Crying babies grow fat." They also believe that loud cries work to drive off nearby demons. Though neither of two claims has proven to work, that hasn't stopped people from making their children cry in the festival. During the contest, sumo wrestlers take on stage and hold the participating babies and try to get them cry. They include putting on scary masks to prick the babies out. They believe that the best participant ensured a long and healthy life.
For my third fun fact, did you know that Japan has its first Kudol cave located in Akihabara? So if you wanted to feel a warm body of a stranger with no strings attached, you can go there and hurry to Akihabara. You can avail their standard course and their optional course. The standard course is more like you can sleep whatever hour you wanted with that stranger, but if you're going to choose the optional course, you're going to have the option of what are you going to do with that stranger. So next, One-chan.
Tipping is customary in many countries, and most of us are happy to receive an extra cash from customers. but it is not customary everywhere. With that, could you tip in Japan? In most cases, the answer is no. Tipping is not customary for most part in Japan, and it can be considered an insult. Most restaurants in Japan required customers to pay their meals in front register than to leave money with the waiter. Also, tipping is not required for cabs and bus rides, as well as hotel services. However, there may be few exceptions. The first one is nothing more than a service provider who accepts your tip. And the other one is when you have just taken a tour or received a special service. But there's another thing you should remember. Don't just hand the service provider an extra cash. Be sure to put your tip inside a decorative envelope before giving. Because pulling money out of your wallet to use as a tip is something unfavorable in Japan.
Well, as for my next fun fact, is very shocking about Japan. Because did you know that sleeping while on duty is a sign of commitment here in Japan? Yes, you heard it right. Because you know that most of the Japanese people is very hardworking, so they tend to sleep on their way home in their buses or in train, and they sleep in a very awkward position. But there's no problem at all because you know here in Japan is a very low crime rate city, so it is very good to sleep there. Next, Onechan.
Hirano is exactly at the center of Hokkaido. The city is very large in area but dispersely populated due to mountains. So, to attract people scattered here and there, they came up with an idea of starting a belly button festival. Belly Button Festival is a fun-filled event that started in Furano around 1969. It is celebrated on 28 and 29 in July annually. From a simple dance festival, it became a humorous and creative event with an aim to bring unity through laughter. Do you think it is some kind of sexy dance festival? Well, it is purely designed for fun. The bellies of the participants wearing costumes are painted creatively with funny faces, thus making a funny display of human gathering. However, the main event of the festival is not the March of Painted Bellies, but the belly dance or Heso Odori that makes it particularly fun. To win prizes, they dance in competition together by performing a unique and funny dance.
And as for my next fun fact, did you know that Japan has a no dance party? Yes, you heard it right. It was held on Fukushima Prefecture every January, wherein people going to the town without pants and wearing their favorite underwear. So next, Onechan.
Japan is known for being mild-mannered and extremely private. But did you know that they have Kanamara Matsuri or Penis Festival? It is more formally known as the Festival of the Steel Palace, and it is celebrated annually on the first Sunday in April at Kanayama Shrine in Kawasaki. Kanayama Shrine became the center for couples who wish for fertility and good fortune. Families will show up in the festival to celebrate sex, fertility, and creation of life. It also became an outlet for certain marginalized LGBT groups in Japan. So, what to do in Japan's Penis Festival? You can enjoy all traditional foods and activities beside from watching the procession. You will find delicious foods like okonomiyaki, takoyaki, yakisoba, and of course the much-loved choco banana. The snacks include pennies and vulva-shaped lollipops on variety of flavors. If you want to drink, you can visit a mazaki stand where you will be given a salty fish to eat before a sweet and milky amazake, which they said imitate the taste and texture of salmon. For something little stronger than amazake, you can buy a bottle of sake. Beside from this, you can enjoy other activities on offer in the festival.
As for our next fun fact, did you know that Japan has a cursing festival? Yes, you heard it right. It is called Akutai Matsuri and it was held in Mount Atagos Peak in Ibaraki, Japan. So it is celebrated there in the 3rd of December and January, wherein you're free to curse everyone or anyone you know. Also here in Japan, you can curse here with the words using bakayaro or konoyaro. You have it, guys. So now let's see our candidates pictorial with the accompaniment of my best friend's Mike Rocky's new single, Growing of My Heart.
未来へに作り澄ませてベイベー明日の物語へ歩き出す見下ろす大地の向こう側まで終わらない夢を敷き詰めてく空を流れてる雲と一緒にそういう日に抱かれ君を思う今キラキラキラキラベイビー峠を越えてここから始まるよ Growing of my heart一つだけで崩れかけた Yesterday 君の名前口に出して探す Exit 息を切らして立ち止まり涙の地図を描いてた時が私を押し上げ今動き出す風も木も花も全てを照らし生まれきたばかりの太陽は見上げる空へと昇り続ける輝き始めた心の奥余計な荷物は捨てていこうよそうひたすら目指す君いる場所今キラキラキラキラベビー峠を越えて 照らし生まれきたばかりの太陽は見上げる空へと昇り続ける Oh, Growing up 未来に作りすませて Baby 明日の物語へ歩き出す見下ろす大地の向こう側まで終わらない夢を敷き詰めてく空を流れてる雲と一緒にサイレントに抱かれ君を思う今ゲラゲラゲラゲラベイビー峠を越えてここから始まるよ Growing up my heart
Japanese Cultural Show is brought to you by Boutique Virtual.
Unorthodox.
Now that you have seen our candidates' pictorial, now let us hear them relate their costumes into Japanese culture.
はじめまして。私はキャサリンです。Portraying the character of a geisha. I am a traditional and professional Japanese entertainers who act as hostesses during meals, banquets, and occasions. I am skilled in traditional Japanese arts such as dance and music. But don't get me wrong, I am a decent, not a prostitute. Men are supposed to admire me, but not touch.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Watashi wa Jodisu An desu. Today, I am Amaterasu Umikami. In Japanese mythology, Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, is the sister of Susanoo, the god of storms and the sea, and of Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon. Amaterasu became the ruler of the sun and the heavens along with her brother Tsukuyomi as the ruler of the night, and Susanoo as the ruler of the seas.
Minasan konnichiwa. I'm Justine Estrebelia and I'm wearing a Kyudo uniform. The short sleeve I wore on top is called uwagi, and the skirt divided trouser is called hakama. Kyudo is the Japanese martial art of archery. The bow used in Kyudo is called yumi in Japanese term, and the arrow is called ya, and both are made of bamboos. Kyudo is based on Kyujutsu, which is originated with the samurai class of feudal Japan, and is now practiced by thousands of people worldwide.
Minasan konnichiwa, I'm Marian Alamag, portraying an inspired modern lady samurai. In Japan, there are a group of women called unabugisha. They are trained to use weapons like male and fight along them. They are strong and courageous as the male samurai. That's all, thank you.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa anamai wa Arunoru desu. Wearing a hand-painted shirt recreating the Great Waves of Kaganawa. The Great Waves of Kaganawa is a yokoi landscape-oriented woodblock print created by Japanese artist Katsushika Hokusai during the Edo period. It is the first piece in 36 views of Mount Fuji, a series of ukiyo-e prints showing Japan's tallest peak from different perspectives, a symbol which holds great importance in Japanese culture. It is also a symbol of national pride, identity, beauty, and holds great spiritual importance.
Ebisu is a Japanese god of luck, wealth, and prosperity, particularly where the sea is concerned. He is also the patron god of fishermen, perpetually smiling and often dressed as a fisherman. Ebisu is one of the 7 lucky gods. In a nation fond of fish, Ebisu is not surprisingly one of the most popular of the 7 lucky gods. Ebisu is also the only deity among 7 to originate in Japan.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Junero desu. I am recreating the Japanese god of death, which is the Shinigami. Shinigami is a minor god or spirit in Japanese mythology. It ushers the dying into the afterlife. Shinigami are also spoken about in folk religion after the war. According to the Moors of Miyajima, those who go out and return to attend to someone through the night must drink a tea or eat a bowl of rice before sleeping, and it is said that a Shinigami would visit if this was ignored. Today, Shinigami are very popular in manga, anime character, and make appearances in many series.
Okay, now that we have seen our candidates' pictorial and the recordings they've made, now let us call on our judge who graduated from Philippine Normal University and who likes to cosplay a lot. Let's give it up for Ma'am Rhea Bundia Gulim, aka Carl. Thank you, ma'am. So this is the result. Okay, so the best Japanese wear 2020 goes to, drumroll please. We will know for sure next week. So, watashi wa Kena desu.
Once again, this is your host, Sandora.
And this is Japanese Cultural Show. See you next week.
君のこと全部わかってあげたいけど辛くてもごまかすいつも笑顔で But I know 涙をこらえてるねずっとその胸が壊れそうな Yes, I know 君のこと And you know 私のことも信じ合ってるから大丈夫 So you can lean on me その想いは届いてるよ胸の奥に響いてるよ言葉